Yes. They had the puck to set up Lycan, and I think that's the only thing that's the same. I'm not sure if they had Darkseer or not. But Puck and Lycan synergize so well together. Puck just forces everyone to stay in the same general vicinity with Dream Coil, and then Lycan's free to just run around and smack them around.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a time limit for Fnatic though.
Not necessarily, because Lycan is really strong mid game, and he's also really strong late game. Plus, they do have a Darkseer wall and an Enchantress.
As strong as a gyro?
Wow. I think the big downside to having Lycan in this game is the other team is Batrider, so they have really good lockdown for him. But Gyro is strong for a different reason. Like, Gyro's good at doing AoE damage. He needs a lot of farm to be able to do good single target damage, though. So he's pretty weak in the mid game. Yeah. Overall, VP's lineup, if they don't get a quick blink on Bat, and they don't get a blink up on their Lion, they're pretty weak in the mid game. Whereas Fnatic is a really strong mid game team.
Well, we're gonna see Timo Wild. He's gonna be playing the Batrider in the mid lane. And Ness is gonna be on the other track once again. It's gonna be just there to hang around and play some wards, I guess. Yeah, there he goes. With KSI indeed on the long lane on his lone druid, and on the top lane we're gonna have Illidan on his gyrocopter and Smile or Arsart on the lion. So indeed a safe trial lane, unfortunately for me, but it happens. And I'll leave Fnatic for you.
And Fly back on the captain's seat after having a brief period not on it, is playing the Rubik, supporting bottom lane, and by supporting bottom lane I mean he's going to be roaming with No Tails Enchantress. Era's going to be free farming bottom lane as Lycan, while Trixie's going to be up top, and by up top I mean he's probably going to start in the jungle, considering where he is right now, on Darkseer, and Hani's going to be mid on Puck, and Puck's a hero that Hani really played exceptionally well in the defense finals.
We're gonna see if he can repeat that. He's gonna be up against the Batrider. In theory, it should be okay. Both shouldn't really die, I feel like, until level 6. But who do you think is gonna come ahead based on heroes? Because am I wrong with that, or?
Bat's got a pretty significant advantage in the lane, especially because Hani didn't start with the magic stick at level 1. Instead, he's opting for double mantle to get more damage to help his last hitting.
He's gonna have to really be wary about those sticky napalms. I mean, turn rates, I mean, you have your orb, which is great to be getting away, but you have to actually turn to cast your orb, right?
Yeah, and Puck has a really slow turn time. I was actually discussing this matchup with Korok, and we actually looked up the turn times and found the Puck is one of the worst in the game.
Oh, that's gonna
which makes him really painful to play against a Batrider.
Bit of an extra handicap, so to speak. Looks like Fnatic, they're already pushing hard on the bottom lane. Intentional or not, actually, by the bear, though. But yeah, already pushing, and they're already gonna be diving the tower, so to speak. From the era being a bit on the risky side of things, but Fly will be pulling the lane back, and we'll be pulling the creep wave back towards their tower if they're lucky enough. And yeah, we do have the Darkseer. I mean, Trixie's gonna be in the jungle, but that's basically because he knows what he would be facing if he's actually gonna be going top, and that's not really somewhere where you want to be, as we have therefore a Ness roaming around to bottom.
And since Fnatic picked up a jungler already, Illidan, yeah, these guys, they have so many different names to call them by, it confuses me sometimes. But Illidan, he expected Trixie to actually be top, so he started with boots first. And he's already picked up an early TP scroll as well. So he is ready for that Enchantress smoke gang to come and dive somewhere. And he's going to be in there and ready to fight and turn it around. Which I think is a cool little thing that VP's doing this game.
Yeah. I mean, that's a small detail, but it could be turning out to be a huge advantage in that first encounter, because, I mean, that's a
here's a smoke already on No Tail.
Gonna be going towards the bottom lane. You already have Fly hanging around there as well.
And KSI should know this. He should.
Goodness. Yeah, and that's with the Haitian. It's gonna be fighting it first. Actually, that's gonna be the end of that gank.
Yep.
Or not. Or not.
That was... Ooh. I still want to go for this.
Still want to go for this. Split Earth hits on Fly. No Tails just passing through. Gonna go for a bit of a push on the tower. They're not gonna fight it just. Oh, actually, there they go. TP in, and Ness is gonna be the first blood, but here comes the TP. First blood already went though. But here comes the gyro. Rocket barrage. No Tail is gonna be going down. Can they find more is the question? Yes, they can. Era Era is gonna drop as well. There's gonna be a double kill going the way of Illidan. And there's gonna be Fly the only one to get away. I mean, they did get the first blood, but losing Era for it. And giving a double kill to Illidan. Yeah.
At the same time, Illidan's losing out on a lot of farm top. So what they did was what VP did was a risky play in baiting out first blood on Ennis and having 2 TPs come in. They invested a lot of gold and time into that, but they're also slowing down Lycan a lot by doing that. So it's a trade-off. But I think that's going to come out in VP's favor there.
Yeah, especially if what you said. I mean, it is Fnatic that's looking for stronger mid game. If they can delay that strong era where, wow, did I really say that? That strong time slot where Fnatic is gonna be ahead, then that's all for the better. Kind of means that virtus.pro has got some more time to get ready for it.
And that play that Fnatic did there with the smoke was super obvious. They single pulled the wave. Then they have their jungler smoke behind with a creep, and it's just really obvious. And I noticed it, rotated instantly, and just prepared for it.
Yeah, and as you said, that TP at the start already made such a big difference. Let me give in an S away. Double kill for Illidan though, I mean that's a lot of gold. He's got his face boots and again a TP of course, if they're gonna go again. And he's gonna be there. Oh, that's a fake one. Hello, fake one. And you've got No Tail sitting with another fake one around there. He's got smoked up again. And they're just gonna try to push this time because KSI is not gonna let himself get caught out, I think. But the creep wave is already pulled back.
Yeah, but with Enchantress creep and a new creep wave coming and a siege creep, they can easily get this. Yeah. They're probably gonna try and continue for the tier 2.
Enchantress picks up the gold for the first one. We're gonna earn ourselves some extra gold, not too bad, I guess.
TP status right now is only Illidan's got a TP on him.
Yeah, and SNR would be sticking around in the top lane. We're actually, we have got Trixie now on the top lane as well. Has been placing some iron shells to just annoy virtus.pro a bit more. So if they do leave the lane, they're gonna pay for it by having the lane pushed out. And maybe even having some tower damage being done there. In the meantime, Tim Wild is happily farming mid. He's got 29 for 8. He is highest on the map for the last hit and the nice. 20 or 17 actually for Puck. 17 for 2. So being quite far behind is on the bottom lane. TP actually comes in. You stand the gyro. Can he actually find something? Fly. He is gonna be in a lot of trouble. Is there gonna be a slow from No Tail? Actually, no, there is not. There is gonna be Fly going down for sure. No Tail takes a different route and is gonna be staying alive. But that's a killing spree for Illidan. And the face boots definitely being a factor for that one. And they didn't get the, well, they did get the tower, but they gotta get the knight though.
Yeah, but VP rotated all 3 heroes from top lane there. Last time they did rotate all 3 last time as well, but NS was able to res and then TP back to top, so they didn't lose out on too much experience or gold. This time they lost out on a decent amount, and KSI actually TP's up there. Because now they're gonna try and get the bear caught up on farm. And maybe play aggressively with Gyro.
And the bear who's got the 2 shields, by the way, can you explain that to me?
Haste rune up top on Bat Rider, and Fnatic saw it and they're already gone. Trixie TP'd home.
Okay.
Or didn't TP on me, ran home actually.
Can you tell me why KSI's bear has got 2 stout shields?
Yep, he wanted to, this is something that Admiral Bulldog does a lot when he's playing Silver and off lane. If you know you're against a tri-lane, you can get double shield and also tangoos on your bear and just get double creep wave without tanking too much damage on your bear.
Okay. So it worked. A bit.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting, so you don't see it that often.
Yeah, it's only when you know that for sure that you're going to be against a tri-lane. And with the Lycan pickup, there's no chance that Fnatic's can be aggressive tri-laning. And even with a double shield, he would beat a Lycan in lane.
I guess, I mean, virtus.pro, they lost against this before on from Fnatic. So you'd think that they have, you know, internally discussed what they're gonna do if that's gonna happen again, knowing that Fnatic would also be in Kiev this finals. It's kind of interesting to see if their plan actually is gonna work, because, yeah, it's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting to see what they learned for the last week. So far, though, I mean, they are getting their own farm going, and they're still losing a couple of towers, but it doesn't feel like they're losing control.
Yep, Tim Wild's getting really close to playing. He's got 1800 gold right now, and that's when things are gonna get scary for Fnatic.
And then all of a sudden that mid-game advantage that you mentioned is not going to be as dominant anymore, because there's just a lot of mid-game then for virtus.pro. with a blink less you. In the meantime, on the top lane, cooldown coming down. Smile gonna be landing a stun up on Trixie. He's gonna be able to search himself away. Lands an iron shell before he goes. Or actually, he's gonna try to go back in. They get a kill up on Illidan, and they're gonna get off Smile as well. Trixie getting a kill, Enchantress getting a kill. Good fight for Fnatic, able to turn that around.
If they had both Rubik and Enchantress smoked, they're waiting, just baiting on Trixie. But in the meantime, VP's going for push on the tower. Fortunately, NS went Lightning Bolt this game to try and defend his towers more. And it's also better in fights as well than Edict. So they're not going to be able to take the tower. Not nearly as much pushing potential, but I think he made the right decision for this game.
Yeah, because previous game we saw him going for the Edict first, but then the towers went down real fast for them. But actually, yeah, as you said, bit of extra counter push if you know that you're going to be up against a push heavy lineup. That's always a good thing to have. It's a trade-off that you make against. And
it's also much lower cooldown, so you can spam it off in team fights a whole bunch.
We got Trixie going for a mechanism once more. We already got the Vlads up on the up in the Lycan, who's now farming in the jungle. Can't really farm on the bottom lane anymore because that's completely pushed out. That's something that R starts making use of. He is still not level 6. Almost though. And when he is level 6, that will also be having a big impact, because that amount of burst damage that you have, I mean, he's also one of those heroes, I guess, that when he has got that ultimate up, he wants to use it.
Not yours.
And he wants to use it in combination with Hani, because Hani's the big disable on his team. Dream Coil.
Never in 10,000 years.
Well, can you really finger of death a puck? Can he just not face shift out? Well, not if he's stunned, I guess.
Radiant's top tower is
oh wait, so you were talking about Lion?
Yeah, we're talking
Getting
about Lion.
level 6? Okay, I was I was thinking you were talking about Air's level 6.
Well, he is already level 8.
My bad. Yeah, I know. And Smile just got his level 6 on bottom. And he might actually get ganked up here by Era. Era doesn't have his ult up, so he's not going to get too aggressive. Just giving him some wolf for us, so Smile can't free farm.
We do have the Blink Dagger up on Tame My Wild though. Gonna be smoking up mid. I guess just smoking up to get himself some extra move speed and not wanting to use the TP to be too obvious, but he is going to be looking for a target. And he'll be wanting to have his team quite close by to help out with the damage. But it's mid that he wants, and probably going to be Hani that he wants also.
He's actually running up towards top. Ooh, Fnatic didn't spot him with their sentry.
Yeah, Jincoil, NS, trouble, and NS already dropped down before Hani's before Tame Wild's actually here. It's also gonna be Smell that goes down. Now the last two is there, but where's the damage? Is Tame Wild running for his life? Impetus is hit. And that is gonna be Fly trying to get the last hit in. Also has got his own flame break, though, so they shall not escape. But they actually shall escape as the entangle hits upon Fly. Trouble for him, he might actually drop from that bear. It is the Bedrite that still drops on the side with a triple kill going the way of Hani. Hani's puck, as you mentioned, being quite a force to reckon with. They're gonna go for KSI. Nice bursted entangle though, but Hani is still gonna try to go for it, and he gets the finger of death. Era being turned to a frog, entangle again, and Era is gonna try to TP out, but the lightning picks him up together with KSI, and that's gonna be virtus.pro turn the fight around. I mean, Fnatic, they looked very good in that fight, but in the end, overstayed their welcome a bit, I feel.
Yeah, if they would have gotten out there, Hani made 1,000 gold off of that fight and was getting close to his Blink Dagger. Instead, they, like I said, overstayed their welcome. They got over eager there and paid for it big time.
Well, that's gonna be virtus.pro not too sad about that fight. They force Fnatic back once more. Fnatic has got to recuperate a bit, and more importantly, like Fnatic, they won a fight. And then they dove past the tier 2 tower, while the tier 1 in the mid lane is didn't even take that much damage at all.
But while the fight was going on, Trixie was farming up top. He finished up his mechanism, and he got top tower to half HP. So it was a good job from Trixie, yeah. He needed to get some time to catch up, and he used that fight and some space for him. Now they need to get Hani.
Trixie's highest up on net worth right now, after that
it just barely, it's yeah. really close.
It's really tied. With a lot of people actually, not just with his teammate. Look at that. The difference is basically nothing at all. Just
and then we have Rubik. who doesn't really have much net
Dire's top
worth,
tower is under attack.
playing big time support role.
Dire's structures
He's
are
got 3 wards
fortified.
though. Happy times. And he still has got himself Firefly, which is probably one of the more useful spells to steal if you're a Rubik, just to be able to either chase to get that telekinesis in, or just to get away, of course, as well. If you're squishy support.
Has fallen.
And that is going to be 2 towers going down at the same time. Mid tier 1 being traded for Fnatic for the tier 1 top. But Fnatic, they're not backing off. Neither
That's
is
going to
virtus.pro
top
though.
tier 2. VP's got Bear on bottom lane as well. So VP's gonna get some really good tower damage here.
But is it worth losing a tier 2 for?
Dire's top tower.
Because that will be next time Fnatic wins a fight. And the lanes are in the right position. That's gonna be a tier 3. And they're gonna defend their tier 1 bottom. And they are indeed successful at that, and KSI already backing off.
The top tier 2 for Dire is really hard to defend unless you get up there early. Because the Radiant's gonna have a ward on that cliff where Fly placed one. And that's gonna be a lot of vision advantage to initiate a fight. So if you're not up there early, you don't sentry that, you don't have your own ward up there, then you're gonna have problems trying to defend that tower. And it gets surrounded easy.
Yeah, no tails, a lot of trouble. Gonna get blinked on. Lasso, flame break, hexed, impales, and that is gonna be a death for Enchantress. No! Mechanism, Trixie! Gonna save that. Nice Darkseer Wall. Couple of copies of heroes. Team of Wild going down there. And it's gonna be Arslan that drops as well. And this is a big turnaround for Fnatic. They were looking at losing their Enchantress, and all of a sudden, big turnaround Trixie MVP. And that's gonna be tier 1 mid.
No till just a little because he has 1 point in untouchable. There's 1 auto attack to death. Getting that 20 attack speed slows enough. I didn't even look at No-Till's item build. He's actually got a Midas out this game.
Looking to be going for that big semi-carry Enchantress with Aghanims, perhaps. And I mean, if you're with the lineup that they have right now, I mean, the fight's gonna happen near Trixie and Era. You can set your clock on that one, and then No-Till can just sit at the back and just try and get those into
on mid.
Yep, nice dream coil. It's from 2 Tamer Wild. It's gonna be going down there as the first one with Smile able to help out kill off. Who did they just kill off? They killed off a wolf. Never mind me. I thought they actually killed off someone, but no, they didn't. At least Smile is still alive.
Yeah, Smile lived because he juked Honey's orb. You know, Flood's getting caught out on bottom by the Silver.
Needs entangles though. And the telekinesis will help out. The bear could actually die pretty safely, but and there's actually no result in case I has no mana. But Fly gonna be living. Nice telekinesis. But they got a tier 2 with that push as well, so all of a sudden, virtus.pro, they're out of tier 2 towers and tier 1s.
Yeah, Fnatic they knew what they had to do this game. This is a strat that they have definitely practiced. Last game they kind of looked a little bit disorganized, whereas this game they have an obvious game plan and they're trying to achieve it the best that they can.
Yep, they know how to work it, and it's working out so far. They are pulling ahead on the gold, not by that much. I mean, it's 5k gold with the experience. Also, 3k. It's really not that much, but it's working out for now. They're able to shut down virtus.pro, and they're able to shut the advances down as well, as we have actually a smoke up. Smile and Illidan going for Hani, who's got a blink dagger as a very tough hero to gank, but they're gonna try it anyway. Here comes the blink first, and the orb, and the phase shift, and the jump, and the gank failed. That's why you don't gank up on a buck.
Yep. And to actually, Fnatic might be trying to turn this. Yeah.
TP out already from a nest. Here comes the puck looking for a way in. Smile is gonna try to hide. They bring out and they know that he is still around. Their dream coil misses, and the TP out from Lion is gonna be there. Silence, no, not in time. They saw him TPing out. Silence wouldn't even stop it. Never mind me. But that's also gonna be the gyro out.
Honey had a nice little misclick there. I say nice, but it really wasn't. He threw an orb, then he blinked to it instead of going to it with Ethereal Jaunt.
Ouch.
So he actually could have gotten vision on NS potentially, but he misclicked. Cost him a kill. In terms of item builds, Illidan actually went for Helm of the Dominator, expecting Arid to get a Necrobook, because you can actually dominate either of the Necrobook minions with a Dominator. So Arid going for BKB is super good now.
Yeah, and he almost has that actually. Just needs the recipe basically, bit of extra gold. And he'll be there, and just 900 gold when he has it. And actually, Fnatic smokes up. Not everybody though. I mean, Era's not there. Era's still farming. So they're gonna go into the dire jungle. Smile KSI gonna be the target. They're gonna be running into Timomel first. Whoa, Honey again, a bit of a misclick. It doesn't matter though, Timomel dropped.
I guess you're mortal.
I mean, he did want to jump towards his orb and then silence, I guess.
Hip orb blink first.
Oh well.
Couple misclicks coming out from Honey, but overall he's still playing really well this game. And there's actually a Mask of Madness picked up on No Tail. He's probably gonna get Nagatims next and just look to sit in the back and fight, because he's not gonna be the primary focus. And with that build, he's gonna be able to get a lot of damage out really fast.
Yeah, it's normally one of those heroes that you just overlook, or just save to last, because she is indeed just standing at the back. And if you're gonna be up against Trixie and Era, we're just in the front there, and yeah, I like it. I like the build. I think it's a bit maybe a bit ballsy, but it works out. It's
a little bit greedy, but with their lineup, it really isn't. Gyrocopter has really bad farm because of how active he was early, and he's also been ganked up twice now. So he doesn't have to worry too much about flat cannon damage right now. And the Batrider can't focus him. The supports on VP have to be really, really careful with Puck Darkseer combination. And Silver's gonna be helping to try and bring down the Lycan at the start of fights, who also just picked up his BKB.
Nice. And Fnatic looking to fight in the mid lane. Don't think they can fight it though. I think virtus.pro is gonna not want to fight. I'm just trying to hold them off as long as possible while their lone druid still farms on the bottom lane.
Yeah, Fnatic realized that their lanes are getting pushed out really far. They have to go back to farming. They can't commit to high ground right now.
What do you think that virtus.pro has to do? Like exactly what they're doing now? Because what's their strategy to still win late game, to make it late game?
VP has really good base defense with a Batrider, and they're actually smoking on being aggressive since they know that Fnatic had to split up when they fell back, and they're going for air on top lane. Well, doing what they're doing now and being aggressive when the timing's right for them is a really good start. They also have really good base defense with the Batrider. If they catch Era out of position and drag him really far back with a force staff that Bat's getting close to, it is huge in base defense.
Yeah, and they're gonna go for him. Lasso, Hex, Impale, Stuns. Oh, but that's just the Aegis.
They need to get out. Yeah, they're getting out. Getting the Aegis is huge though, because now it's a lot harder for Fnatic to even try to attempt high ground. Plus they force a lot of TPs, and now KSI knows that he's gonna be safe farming mid. Bottom lane got pushed in, Illidan's going straight there, so they bought themselves a little bit of farming time with that. And an easier time defending the base.
Oh, and they're gonna be finding KSI though. All of them. And KSI, he's actually in trouble for dropping right now. He gets blocked by the wolves, and he indeed drops No Tail, picking up the kill. Timomel can't do anything to help out his teammate, and the rest backs off as well. That's a big pickup for Fnatic. They might actually look to go for
this. It is. And Fnatic's response to VP using Lasso is screwed. We're just gonna go right now while Lasso's on cooldown.
The big dominant spell. Of course, there's always a cooldown that they're gonna be having to fight up against, but without that lasso, the shutdown from virtus.pro is just a lot less. Unless you count Smile, but if you kill him off real fast, then he's no issue on the point. Cooldown coming down, there goes the Surge though. That is gonna be Split Earth, being stolen by the Rubik, so a bigger
big
spell.
to steal.
Yeah. A better one than the Shrek has for himself. It's a bit of mean always, I find, but I guess that's what you get for picking up the Shrek when you know there's a Rubik. But I actually didn't know there was a Rubik at the time that I picked it up, I guess. Well, that's a tower. I mean, it's not down that much. They got 600 HP, but they back off knowing that KSI is back up again. The lasso will be back up again. It actually is already.
And KSI just picked up his force staff, which is really, really big. Fnatic's actually doing a fake back here. Trying to see if VP farms it a little over aggressively. But after this, they're gonna have to go back and farm top and bottom. And Honey was already pinging that those lanes are pushing in.
Farm to be caught.
And right now, Fnatic has to know that VP, last time they backed out like this, VP smoked and went for a gank. They have to be afraid of VP doing that again. Maybe have somebody like Hani sitting behind the Era, ready to turn the fight if he gets jumped.
For now, Era is going to be safe. Let's see if virtus.pro is going to be smoking up. They're all together in the mid lane, of course, all going out of the base at the same place.
So they're just going to farm together.
Radiance up on the bear. Interesting build. Like compared to last game, they went for the, you know, the armlet and the basher.
I haven't seen a Radiant Bear in a while.
I guess it's nice if you want to push out your lanes, if you want to be getting that, you know, slowing down the pushes coming in from Fnatic.
Yep, and also putting pressure on Fnatic's towers, eventually the side lane towers.
Yep.
They barrel down the full lane. This isn't even that late of a radiance. It feels like the game is a lot farther in than it is, and we're only 23 minutes in right now.
Yeah, it's because Fnatic is already knocking on that tier 3 tower door. But look at the gold difference though, like it's going steep up, and even after all the towers were down on the side of virtus.pro, Fnatic has still been getting the most of the farm. Oh wow, what are you doing, Hani? You are in enemy territory. He's gonna be helped out though. They're gonna be going for this. There's a dream call and a silence. Is the rest gonna be there in time is the question. I think there is. Here comes Trixie with the vacuum, with the wall. Surge up, and an S is gonna be taking the fall for his team, or not even needed. And that's gonna be a bit of a disjointed engagement. I think that maybe Hani was a bit too early with going in there.
They were both running away because they had just killed the. Or no, they didn't even kill the ancients. They just left that creep there. They're both on the way out, so Hani felt pressure to go right there and then.
Oh, wow. They're gonna be happy that they still have their lives, and I think Fnatic, they can't really go in with everybody of virtus.pro up, especially not when the blast was there.
Cooldowns on Dream Coil and Wall.
Yep, and they're gonna go back to farming, and again buying virtus.pro a bit of time, as we actually have Puck. He picked himself up a min throw hammer. What's he gonna be building with that? Is he gonna be going for BKB Puck? Is that something that you see?
He also might be going Deso. It's not out of the realm of possibility, seeing as how much push Fnatic has.
Well, if he's gonna go for that, he could pick up his second Mythra hammer right now.
Yep, but then he doesn't have a buyback in case he gets caught.
True.
He's probably gonna wait to buy whatever it is until he either has a full item or has a full item plus buyback.
They saw Tame Wild over there. Because it's gonna be, actually it's not a Roshan fight just yet, he still needs 4 minutes to get back up.
Era sees the Bad Rider, so he just instantly ults BKBs and runs away. I think the BKB was a bit of a waste since it was his 10-second BKB. Using ult to get away was the smart decision. He don't want to take any risks though.
Yeah, I guess better safe than sorry BKB. I mean, he would still be put in the lasso, I guess.
Yep, but all the follow-up disables wouldn't hit him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, better safe than sorry. As in the meantime, top lane is getting pushed up by the bear. Hani noticing that first-handed. He's actually taking a lot of bird damage from this. He is gonna TP out. Gonna be allowing the bear to continue his push. In the meantime, No Tail, he picked himself up a point booster. Only needs 900 gold to be finishing up his Aghanim's, and I think the same thing goes for him here as it goes for the Puck. He's gonna either want to have his full item or a buyback.
Yeah, right now, Fnatic's just winning the farm war so hard. Gyro doesn't have his BKB yet. He's getting close now. He actually just finished it. If he chooses to buy a BKB, which I would assume he definitely is. But yeah. Overall, Fnatic's just, they're really close to a lot of core items on their team. They actually just finished piped and they almost have Hani's BKB, the Aghanims like you said, and Era's working towards a heart. Once they get all of those items up, I think we're going to see them go for a push. Or Roshan then push, because Rosh is going to be up around the same time that they finish all of those.
If virtus.pro can't find a pickup before, they are sticking together again. I mean, they are going for that control as well. BKB actually for the Puck. Just finished up. As we're seeing Tame Wild looking for a way in. Can't really find anything though. For now. Oh, now they do though. Era is gonna be the one. Drag up to the high ground, gets turned into a frog, impales, dream coils. Here comes the rest to the low ground with everybody. And S and Smile are gonna be picked up there. That's a double kill for the Rubik. The Gem of Truth set on the floor as the bear, or the dog, the wolf, is still alive and is actually able to pick up the Bad Rider, and they will be able to go for more. Illidan is gonna be the next target. Do they have any more shutdown to slow him down a bit? He has, of course, got a space, but he's gonna put up a rock barrage. You're gonna know that he went down. The only one staying alive is KSI, who managed to TP home. But a big fight for Fnatic with a big vacuum.
Oh yeah, they got a good catch on Era, but the support was too close.
Yeah.
They don't have enough burst damage, anywhere near enough burst damage to bring them down. And
they didn't have the vision that there were indeed so many people close. I mean, they just placed a ward, and The puck was hanging out of range of that ward. And that was basically their downfall. And that's by the way the first BKB of Hani also used. And that is gonna be a tier 3 tower, maybe. Probably.
People flip up. They do a 4-up, they don't have the gyro yet. VP's base defense isn't even... Or... That base defense, their span isn't really that good. He's only have rank 2 lane break on the bad matter.
Yeah, and I mean if he wants to use his Firefly to counter that push in, he actually has to put himself into harm's way. That's not really gonna be ideal. They do force out, well, they force Fnatic back out unless they want to go back in. Dream go up on 2, cooldown coming down as well. Vacuum inside the cooldown. It is Smile that goes down first. Hera getting entangled, but I don't think he cares. He has BKB up, getting last to the way to the tier 4 towers, dragged away from his team, runs himself back. Finger of Death, and that is gonna be the Bat Riders level 2 Flameberry killing him off. With the rest of Fnatic scattering, running, but virtus.pro on the chase gonna go for Fly. Gets turned into a frog, gonna be going down. There's gonna be Trixie that's gonna be trying to run away next. Gets himself a surge with Hani blinking himself away, and actually an entangle up on Trixie. Split Earth, no TP for him. He is gonna be going down as well. 3 return kills for virtus.pro. And that was a bad decision for virtus.pro to go for Fnatic to go back in there.
That was a good idea, but bad execution. They got a Dream Coil and 2 supports, but they were only able to kill one of them, and then they just overstayed their welcome again. They're just so deep for one support.
And I mean, the one that they did pick off, he bought back instantly, and then actually helped off killing off Era.
Yep.
And that's gonna be Roshan going away of virtus.pro. A pretty big Roshan as well, as you mentioned. I mean, this should be the ticket for Fnatic to start pushing.
Yep, and instead VP getting that is gonna buy them even more time now.
1600 gold in the bags of Illidan already. What do you think is gonna go for next?
He might try and go for a big item now. He's got a lot of small items, like smaller, cheaper items. The drum, the Dominator, the BKB is even fairly cheap. He might save up for like a butterfly. That would be a huge pickup for him if he can get to it. Or he could also buy up a Demon Edge and then decide MKB or Rapier. Because that is also something that happens a bunch.
Yeah, Rapiers everywhere. The gyrocopters. Well, in the meantime, Era's almost got his he got his heart. He already has the recipe. Courier's flying out to pick up the orb booster. That is. Anyway, otherwise for item wise, there's not that much changing with all these fights going on. With Gyro did pick up the Demon's Edge, so that's that. But other than that, I mean, we see a couple of BKBs with Air having, Hani having one. We actually see Enchantress having her Aghanims complete. And two
which
Gem
is
of True Sights,
really big for his damage. Enchantress getting that Aghanims up, he's just gonna be super safe now with this Mask of Madness. And that's a hero that's gonna do a lot of damage in team fights. To complement Era, who's gonna be the one getting focused.
They do realize that they saw it. The ping came out from NS. That ward of the dire side still helping out a lot.
I'm surprised with the gems that Fnatic's had. They haven't checked that.
Oh, can they though? Like, do they have something to see the high ground? Yeah, they have the orb. I can go there.
You can also just place a sentry up there too.
Invisibility!
Well, you don't want to place a sentry if you've got a Gem of True Sight.
I mean, you want to get that ward down.
Yeah. Fnatic gonna be pushing top, by the looks of it.
KSI really hasn't gotten too many items since picking up this Radiance about 8 minutes ago. He's sitting on 2k, he bought a Basilius, he's probably deciding right now if he's got to buy up Vlads or if he has time to farm up this Valkyros.
Well, I guess it's all gonna depend on if there's gonna be a fight in the top lane, because if now Fnatic is safe, then I think that virtus.pro will feel confident enough to go for that, to actually buy themselves a lot of time, because it basically says that Fnatic doesn't feel like they have the upper hand with the Aegis still on virtus.pro. I mean, that's gonna be 6 minutes without a fight, then, and that is indeed gonna be the case. Fnatic, they just forced out the movement and then they backed off. And they can't want to fight when there's an Aegis up.
Yeah, a lot of farm from VP that they've been able to get has been going on Smile. He's actually working towards a BKB instead of a Blink Dagger. So they really want Lion to be able to stay alive, at least at the start of fights, and not die to the Puck Darkseer combo. Be able to get his lockdown off. They're valuing him over the Bear right now. Bear hasn't been allowed to pick up pretty much anything.
Well, I guess, I mean, if you look at virtus.pro